What is a smell that is gross to others but something you don't mind or actually enjoy? Gasoline. Paint thinner. Mineral spirits. Blood stain. The smell inside Staples. I don't know if this precisely answers the question, but urine smells like popcorn to me. It's a pleasant smell. It doesn't work in reverse, though. Like, I've often thought, hey, nice. This bathroom smells like popcorn, but have never thought, ew, this popcorn smells like. I have a very minimal sense of smell. And I had virtually no sense of smell until I had sinus surgery when I was 17. Other people have told me that urine does not smell like popcorn. But urine in the lobby of a movie theater smell identical to me. Fish lake smell. Reminds of fishing with my dad and being on the water. Tire rubber. My dad has worked for a popular tire chain my whole life and it reminds me of him. I love bleach. It smells of clean and childhood summers at the Imca. Fresh burnt gunpowder. Smell after you have been sanding wood on a disc sander. Fresh manure on a field. Grew up on farms. Body odor. Not bad body odor. Like if you never bathe. That's nasty. But like if you use unscented body soaps. The chemical smell of scented soaps hits my sinuses pretty hard, so I don't like it. I'd prefer people's natural smell. Same goes for deodorant on armpits. If you keep the pits clean, I'd honestly prefer the smell of them over shitty over-applied deodorant. Automobile exhaust. I'm especially fond of diesel. Ado. I have a couple tubs of it around the house and work, and just smelling when I am stressed can calm me down. The smell of fresh paint. I love it. Fire. Especially campfire. No one I know likes the smell of fire. But I love it. Skunks. I never thought it was as bad as people say it is. The light sweat smell on someone when you hug them after they come back from the gym. Basements and attics. I don't know why, but I like that stuffy and sometimes moldy smell of those places. Fresh laid tar on S Road. Cigarettes. I recognize it's terrible. Especially when someone reeks of stale smoke. But sometimes you're walking a few paces behind someone smoking and it's perfect. Armpit smell. Body odor of someone who cleans regular. Not like days without a shower. Triggers something primal inside me I can't get enough. I literally have my boyfriend's armpits. I love it. Opening a booster pack of trading cards. It's like new car smell without the debt. Less controversial. Bleach and other toxic chemical cleaners. Cigarettes. Strong perfume. Cheap candles and air fresheners and incense. Dusty. Stuffy rooms. Moldy clay. More controversial. I love the way the inside of my cat's mouth smells. It's just disgusting enough to be comforting. In a fascinating way. If that makes sense. Maybe because I know the source of it isn't dirty or going to contaminate or hurt me. He's just meowing. I really dislike fresh litter or any smell produced by a dog. Though, even its fur kinda bothers me. Maybe I have toxoplasmosis or something. Most controversial. I kind of enjoy the smell of infection. Phlegm. Dead skin. Stuff like that. Not into blood though. Or excrement. Semen. Most other body fluids really. I'm negative to neutral on the smell of a vagina. Fresh. Not sweaty. I do like the smell of men's boxers after they've been worn all day. Ew. Even though I'm not attracted to men. Wood campfire. I'll actually roll the windows down in the car to allow more smelling. The smell of oxidized metal is pleasing. Nail polish remover. I would smell it for hours as a child. Body odor. Like. Don't get me wrong. I certainly don't enjoy sitting on a packed bus in the summer full of sweating people. But I'd prefer that a ton over having someone sit next to me who used even a tiny bit too much perfume or deodorant. I'm actually really sensitive too. I'm gonna call them that. Artificial smells. Like that of deodorants or also most of these trendy disinfectants. So I'd rather have you sitting next to me on the bus and have a faint body odor than have the faint smell of deodorant. Coffee breath. High school BF used to roll into school with a coffee and kiss me every morning. Still gives me warm fuzzies. Cigarettes. When I was a kid I absolutely loved going over my grandparents' house. Hell, I still do. They were big smokers and whenever we went inside the house was covered in the smell. I always liked the smell because it reminded me of them and how much fun I used to have as a kid. They were, and still are, great people who I always loved to spend time with. I don't mind the smell of my sweat or feet after a long day of university. Ammonia. Not stick your face over the container and take a big whiff. Hello floor. But the aroma of ammonia in the air smells invigorating for some reason. Horse and cow dung. The smell of a barn really. I grew up working in barns and on farms. I just got used to it and now when I smell it I'm transported back to fun summers riding and working. Hate the smell of birds though. Doesn't matter how many times I went in the coop. Chicken and birds smell awful. There's a reason we call them foul. Horses. The combination of horse, hay, dirt, manure, feed. For some reason my girlfriend hates the smell of fried mushrooms. I love fried mushrooms. Also love the smell of turpentine. It smells delicious. Like tobacco. I find it comforting. Somehow. Cat food. I don't know why. I just really like the smell. Patchouli. I'm always surprised when people say they don't like it. How has nobody mentioned garlic, onions, and cilantro? I don't smoke anymore. But the smell of cigarettes strangely brings me comfort. I like the smell of gasoline or diesel exhaust and bleach doesn't smell all that bad assuming it's not someone holding a bottle to my nose. Freshly poured asphalt smell is heaven. Acetone smell too. Silage. It's basically fermented pickled grass. It's hit and miss on who likes it but most of the time pale. Do not like it. Feet. Grew up dancing ballet so the smell is nostalgic rather than gross. Octet race gas. Elevators. Not like an elevator full of smelly people. Whatever they use on the mechanical bits. Some kind of hydraulic fluid? I don't know. Anyway. Sometimes you can smell that. Especially in an empty elevator. It has a distinct smell to me. A bit reminiscent of gasoline but not quite. Whatever that smell is. I've loved it since I was a little kid. Hair bleach and color. My mom and I got along best when she was dyeing my hair. Animal manure. I grew up in a relatively rural area and it just smells earthy and rich to me and reminds me of childhood. Even if it's literally. There is a cleaner they use to clean the Paris metro. Mixed with every other human smell. And the smell from being underground. I smell it. And I am transported to a different time in my life. Same with Windex. I used to clean sailing boats. In the Caribbean. With Windex. Now the smell takes me back instantly. Smell of cigarettes on certain people after they have finished smoking. It has a very calming effect on me probably because my dad who was a chain smoker. They have to have a certain body chemistry to smell that way otherwise they smell like ashtray and cigarettes. My grandma was a very heavy smoker when I was growing up. So her house reeked of cigarettes whenever I went over. After time. I associated the smell with her and it makes me very nostalgic to smell a cigarette burning. My kids' baby poop. They were breastfed and their poop smelled like buttery popcorn when they were newborns. My friends thought I was crazy. Fresh cut grass. Reminds me of when I would help my dad cut the grass when I was a kid. When fresh cut lumber. When you go into Lowe's or Home Depot and you go in the back where they cut up pieces of the lumber. Once again fond memories of my dad building things. Wood shavings. Chainsaw exhaust. And sweat. It's what my dad smelled like when he got home from work when I was little. Smelled like a logger. Nail varnish. My dad used to walk upstairs and tell me to open the windows and would often get angry at the stench. Little did he know that I'd previously closed the windows to keep the smell in. I was a strange child. Coleman lantern fluid smells. Reminds me of family camping trips when I was little. Hot asphalt. Makes me think of summers at the local amusement park as a kid. An infected ingrown. I really love the deadly smell. But for my nails only. Haha. Fresh grated Parmesan cheese. Some people say it smells like dirty sweat socks. But I love it. Female feet after they have been in flats tennis shoes all day without socks. I love it. I'm not saying I love it. But to me the poop smell does not smells bad. The moldy smells of basements or subway stations. I love that smell so much. Cigarette smoke. My gramps used to smoke a lot. And when I smell it, it reminds me of him. Knee cleaning product. I have no idea why. Smell of silage is something I like but others hate. Grew up near a farm my dad worked at and I often went to work with him on, so I'm used to it and it actually brings nostalgia to me. I don't like but don't mind the smell of cow for the same reason. Doesn't smell anywhere near as bad as dog or human feces.